Man, this is live. Anything can happen.
And what if you fuck up?
Man, this is live. Anything can happen.
I'd be pissed scared I'd get a boner or fucking fart or something.
Might help if I turn the camera on.
Man, this is live. Anything can happen.
Shut the fuck up, man. You're making me nervous.
Dude!
Son of a bitch.
I'm afraid.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Let me get over. I got all ready to go. I was all ready, and I was like, the camera's not even on. I feel like I'm a little too close, guys. I know I need a remote for the camera or something. Is that good? Okay. I think we're ready now. Got the mic on, got everything. I think I'm ready. Now it's Wednesday, Indiana Jones Wednesday. So we're gonna talk Indiana Jones, and don't forget Super Chats, get you some video clips. We got some new video clips I was adding at the last minute. And I looked to see what time it was, thought I had like 20 minutes left, and I looked and it was like 5 minutes till. So it's a little late getting started. I've already got the room packing. I've already see that drunk 3PO has stopped by. Didn't stay long. That's just him. He likes to hit it and run. That's how he is. And we got Daniel. Daniel sends in us $5 super chat already, man. Super chats help out a lot. Makes us continue. Hey, Jumpman, rewatching Captain America at 7:30 Central on my channel. Soundtrack with Birdman. Oh, Soundtrack with Birdman, I guess the name of your channel. We'll be honored to have you stop by. Well, I've got, my day is packed. You know, I do 11 o'clock, and then I do get ready for the 5 o'clock video, then I do this one. So after this video, I'm usually away from the computer. But I'll check your channel out, and if you, maybe we can do something together. If you send me an email, I'm always happy to do something with people. Downvoted already, I'm gonna blame that. Raw Solo says we're downvoted already, so I'm gonna blame that on. Who am I gonna blame that on? Drunk 3PO. I have no one else. And Daniel sent in a super chat. I just read it, so we're gonna give you a random video.
If we see it before anybody else, think of all the power we'll have at school. The power to spoil or not to spoil. Soon, they'll be begging to find out which of their dumb fan theories was correct. And that's why you don't have any friends.
Hopefully those videos aren't too long and I don't get demonetized or cut off the live stream, but it was just too good not to play. Okay, who we got in here? We got Junk 3PO. I said, hey, Junkman can't stay, but thought I'd chime in. Indy should go to the mountains of South Africa looking for the lost city and encounter aliens. I see what you're doing there. Nothing wrong with a good alien story. Prequel starring Anthony Egerberg. Who are the? I think that's a Harrison Ford lookalike. Daniel says, I wonder if they'll bring back Sean Patrick Flannery. I doubt it. Would be cool to have him do something in there. Of course, I'm just going to scan these again, super chats to make sure I see them. I saw somebody say I missed it. Bring back Short Round. Would love to see Short Round come back. And why not? I mean, we're doing all these spin-offs. How about Disney Plus television series Short Round? You know you want to see that. You know you want to see that, right? Short Round, maybe a few years after Temple of Doom. Maybe 5 years after Temple. Maybe he's, 18 to 20, somewhere around there. Put him out there, give him his own adventure, and that way you can get a diverse crowd. You can say, look, I'm diverse. Look, I got an Asian actor or some other. Jump Ball. Dominic says Gumball Classic, that whole scene. If you haven't seen that whole scene of Gumball, my son watches it and he showed me that, and I was dying of that scene there. But of course, we're going to talk Indiana Jones today because today is Wednesday. We're going to talk Indiana Jones. I'm going to give you 10 items that Indiana Jones should go after in Indiana 5, the next movie. Some of them he might have gone after in books already. And I need to stop shaking my seat. And I would love to hear what you guys like to say also. And again, super chats. We'll jump in with super chats. We'll do I got some new videos to add. One of them is the Indiana Jones. I think I played it right at the beginning. Didn't mean to, but I think I did. And hold on, guys. Look at that, sneak preview. I've just got to pull this up so I can get to it faster. Look at that. You got a preview. You got a preview. One thing I'm going to say is going to go after. But let's look at the chat. Because this is not just, this is a live video. This is more for fun, for the game. This is to hang out. This isn't like my 5 o'clock videos, which I did today. It was just taking off pretty good. I did 10 toys that were banned, that council culture went after. Parents or somebody complaining toys got pulled off the shelf. Check that out if you didn't. But this is why I put it on private and then we move it over to another channel, because the live is more hangout, have fun, just having fun right now. But it's a lot of fun, I hope. Anyway, where is Candace Cherry? I hadn't seen her yet. Where is Ashley? Where is my regular crew? Tiny Tim is here. He was here. Tiny Tim was here. He was here this morning. Tiny Tim, thank you. Don't forget, we did the pop culture. We talked about Saturday Night Live this morning on the Pop Culture Show. So if you didn't check it out, if you can, 11 a.m. Eastern. Check that out. Let's see. We got the Almighty Bob in here. We got Marty B back in the house. Marty B, welcome back to being in the house. We got Indiana Jones at the old folks' home, could be. Okay, we got Anthony, Dominic, Almighty Bob. I said Sith Lord ×2 is in here. We got Brian. Brian's always in here. He said he went to a Walmart and didn't find anything. Well, I found some stuff at my Walmart, not much, but hey, maybe that's what Indiana Jones should be. Harrison Ford out looking for Star Wars toys at a Walmart. That's about as hard as finding the Ark right there. Just make sure I didn't miss anything. Like I said, I probably missed some of them, but let's just see right there. Over here, Theory, Doomcock. I didn't see that. See, I got a monitor over here. I didn't see Doomcock Theory. His inside sources at Lucasfilm tell Mouse that Junkman and Soul Star Wars should probably so. That took a long time to get out. Okay, guys. So, what are we gonna do today? We got some new clips from Gumball. Hold on, I gotta take my son back. Sorry. On a live stream right now. It's 7. You can tell people over and over again, I do a live stream at 11 and 7. You can tell them, and they'll swear. They'll text you and still want you to do something. Or they'll say, that's not a work. Well, I'll work more on this channel than any job I think I've ever had. So I count it as work. Hey, okay, so we're going to talk Indiana Jones, of course, Indiana Jones file. Let's just talk about it a little bit. There's no real news or anything, no Indiana Jones. I mean, we talked about it last week, the 4K disc coming out, sad and special features, just behind the scene making of crap that you're not going to watch more than once. If you watch it at all, if I hadn't ever seen it, I wanted deleted scenes. I want Spielberg, cast, Lucas, commentary, please. Why is that so hard? Oh, this is why I don't buy physical media, but if you're going to force me, if you want me to buy physical media, you know what you do? You put some goddamn good extras on there. Didn't mean to cuss. Sorry about that. But you put some good extras on there. And then maybe I'll say, hey, that's why I'm going to buy physical media now, because I want that deleted scenes. I want the trailers, and I want the teasers, TV spots. I know all that's on YouTube, but I want it in good quality on a disc. If you're going to make me buy physical media, if you want me to buy physical media, give me what I need. I don't want making of features, some shit you just have thrown around in the archives that you threw up on a disc to get me to pay $60 for it. That's my little rant. And recasting Harrison Ford. Can you do it? Can it be done? I hear people say all the time, only Harrison Ford can play Indiana Jones, although about 5 actors have played him. Can Indiana Jones be recast? If you come to my channel, you've heard this rant before, but I'm up for an Indiana Jones recast. I want one more with Harrison Ford, but I want to see Indiana Jones back in the early 30s, the 1930s, not the age, in the early 30s, maybe late 20s, early 30s, maybe mid 1930s, around that time period of when the archaeology was just taking off, or really becoming a real science, and you had people like Indiana Jones out doing adventures and stuff. probably not as cool as Indiana Jones, but you know, that time period, that 1920s, 1930 time period, and the Nazis, we need, if you're going to continue Indiana Jones, you got to get back there. Harrison Ford, give him one last rodeo, as they say. And Harrison Ford, if you do a new movie, Indiana Jones 5, it's got to be set now in the 1960s, very late in the 1960s, and probably the 1970s, early 1970s. It just seems weird. Indiana Jones is the 1930s, man. That's what he is. I think that's what's Crystal Skull. I mean, we had problems with the story and the swinging monkeys, but I think for the most part, it's just, you saw Indiana Jones out of his time frame. You think Indiana Jones, 30s, play around a little bit there, but I think it just kind of just takes you out when you think Indiana Jones in the 50s, and now we might see Indiana Jones in the 70s at a disco. I mean, really, come on. And now I love Harrison Ford. Everybody knows. I mean, Harrison Ford. I'm not a gay man, but if I was going to be a gay man with anybody, it'd be Harrison Ford, right? But Harrison Ford. But I think you can recast. I want to let him go with, I like an unknown actor, but someone that can do the role as Indiana Jones, and then let him do a couple of adventures, let him do 3 or 4 movies, then do it again, start all over. But I wouldn't do it like James Bond where the stories don't really connect. I wouldn't remake Raiders, Temple of Doom, nothing like that. I would set stuff around there, maybe before Raiders, in between Raiders and Temple of Doom. Play around with that, but it's still canon, The Indiana Jones that we get recast for the new movie, he's still the Indiana Jones that goes looks for the Ark. I don't know James Bond. I hadn't watched them, but I'm sure the storylines are all connected, right? I haven't seen them all, but I'm sure the James Bond today isn't in canon the same James Bond from 30 years ago or whatever. Could be wrong. Anthony played Ford in Age of Adeline. Yeah, I remember hearing about that guy around Solo came out, and everybody's like, I don't know. I mean, it looks like him, but I don't know if he can carry a whole movie or anything. And I mean, you get somebody that looks like him, and then that wears off in the first 5 minutes of the movie. Then I want a damn good actor. But I want an actor that also can bring his own thing to Indiana. I don't want to see I don't want to see Indiana Jones clone. Somebody just doing Indiana Jones, or somebody just doing Harrison Ford. Like with the Solo movie. I like that guy. He looked kind of like Han Solo. He acted, he's a little like Han, but before, it's the Han we didn't know, the younger Han, so he brought his own thing to him. It's kind of like Chris Pine with Star Wars. Chris Pine, yeah, with Star Trek. He wasn't Kirk. He wasn't trying to be William Shatner, and he pulled it off good. And that's why I worry about if you just hire somebody because he looks like Harrison Ford. But don't even get me started. But I guess I don't know what that guy's done enough except for one little scene here and there. If he can if he can handle a movie, give it to him. Just don't make that Sebastian Shaw guy, whatever his name is, don't make him Luke Skywalker. Please, never, ever do that. Please. Just once, because I'm so sick of hearing everybody online talk about that. So, the Sebastian Stan or Sebastian Shaw? Which one was Anakin? The guy from Captain America, I think. Oh, he looks like Mark Hamill. He should play Luke Skywalker. No, he shouldn't. You don't recast. Don't recast Luke. If you go recast Luke, do it before A New Hope, but you don't do it in between movies. That's my little rant right there. Now again, super chats, make sure I miss them and everything, and I'll read them and everything. And you'll get a special video too. You'll get who knows? You might even get this one right here.
Son of a bitch.
I'm afraid.
And that is our friend Indiana Jones. Is there anyone cool? I want to ask you right now, who is cooler, Han Solo or Indiana Jones? Taking all the movies, not the books, not the comics, the movies. All the movies that Han Solo's in and Indiana Jones is. Yeah, Crystal Skull, Force Awakens, all that. Who is cooler in the long run, Han Solo or Indiana Jones? Topher Grace looks just like Mark Hamill, though. Topher Grace looks like Mark Hamill. I don't see that. I see them maybe side by side. Kevin says Indy. Sith Lord says Han Solo. Dominic says Solo. Skullface said I wouldn't. But I'm going to have to go with Indiana Jones. Han Solo's pretty damn cool. Don't get me wrong. Han Solo's pretty cool. But I don't know if he's as cool as Indiana Jones, man. I don't know. I mean, we saw Indiana Jones do more. What did we see Han Solo do? We saw him be a badass. We saw him run around. And we saw him, but we didn't see Indiana Jones. We see him swinging on ribs. We saw him fighting snakes. We saw him going under a truck, being dragged by a truck. We saw Indiana Jones do so much more. So I'm going to go with Indiana Jones is cooler. But Han Solo does get to fly the Millennium Falcon. He gets to make love with Princess Leia, and he gets to have a Wookiee right next to him. Yes, Han shot first Sith Lord, he did. And he didn't get caught in carbonite. No, Indy did. He did get caught a couple times, though. Indy does get caught a couple of times. I mean, Raiders, he gets caught and locked up in the Well of Souls. And Last Crusade, he gets caught. Tied up with his dad, and then in Temple of Doom he gets caught there also, gets caught and drinks the blood out of the skull, and then he gets caught in the Crystal Skull. So he does get caught a lot. Han is funnier. Yeah, I might give you Han is funnier. I might give you that one there. Indy has short round. He did have short round. But short round can't compare to having Chewbacca at your side, kid. Come on. Gets himself. Yeah, Indiana Jones always gets himself out. Doesn't need help. No one had to come rescue Indiana Jones. He gets himself out. Unless he's in that quicksand and then his son has to go get a snake for him to climb out of. And he should team up with Captain America. Captain America and Indiana Jones. There you go. And he should look for the grave of Jimmy Hoffa. Jimmy Hoffa. There we go. So let's go ahead and talk about the top. Well, I ain't gonna say it's top 10. It's 10 things that, anyway, I think you should go look for. You let me know. Send me a super chat. Let me know. Support the channel, and we will talk in a second here. And, man, hold on. I think I missed one. I think I had 10. Okay, guys. Let's get over here to the Indy stuff. Of course, Noah's Ark. What if Indy goes searching for Noah's Ark? Oh, this is the vessel we all know that was made by Ark, and it's believed to be on the rest of top of Mount Jod, something, Mount Jod, I can't remember, Mount Jod. It's on the rest top of a mountain, I'll say that. So maybe he has to get up there, get in the mountain. The only thing about the Ark, I don't understand, I don't know what the finding it would accomplish. I mean, he finds the Ark, so what? It's not like the Ark of the Covenant where, he gets powers and stuff. Whoever has it gets to win at war. So I don't know about that one. And then we have the Fountain of Youth, a very popular one. I see this one on a lot of everybody's list here. Of course, Spanish explorer Ponce de Leon went looking for the Fountain of Youth. And I think he's mentioned in a couple of the Young Adventures television show and in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. They talk about him. And he said, and according to Ponce de Leon, I think he said it was in Florida, and 1513 is where he said the Fountain of Youth was. But who knows? But maybe Indy can go after the Fountain of Youth, and maybe we'll get a recast that way. But no, we got to get Indy back to the regular time period, to the 30s. And then we got the Nazi bell, which I don't believe is the real thing, if I'm right. But according to rumors, a top secret Nazi technology device that's a secret weapon. So whenever you have Nazis and a secret weapon, that is a good to go. Now, maybe, the war's over, the Nazis is fallen, Hitler's gone. Maybe this is about to fall in someone else's hand. Some other empire in the early 70s, late 60s want to get their hands on the Nazi bell, finish it up, get it working, and Indy's got to go find it before they do and put a stop to it. And we have the Spear of Destiny. This is the spear used to impale Jesus Christ while he's hanging on the cross, if you want to stay on the religious side of things. Again, I'm not sure if this has any real powers to it. Maybe it does, but maybe they could find a way to work into it. That's the problem with some of these things. They're cool to go after, but I don't know what the life or death need to get it right away appeal is to it. Like I said with the Ark. Holy Grail, yeah, I guess it didn't really have much of an appeal, unless they thought it was eternal life, which you learn later in the film. You had to stay inside here. And what about Pandora's box? Oh, excuse me, Pandora's box. I forgot she had one also. She opens the case and lets out sickness and death and evil when she opened this box and released all that into the world. What if there's a box? What if Indy has to go find it before someone else does and reopens it to bring out more evil? Something so evil we don't even know what it's about. We haven't even seen it. Could be. Maybe Indy's got to go find that box, or maybe he's going to find a way to seal it back and put some of the evils back inside. How about the Tower of Babel? Again, this is one they build a tower or build a city, reached it up to the heavens until God said, hey, that's too high. No, God didn't like that. So he cursed everybody to speak different languages. And this is how we all got languages. Language, of course, according to the stories. I'm not saying it's true, but they scatter different languages all throughout the world, and this is why we all have different languages. But maybe we can do something. Maybe Indy can do something with the Tower of Babel. And I don't know. I mean, how would you not know by 1970 where the Tower of Babel is? It'd be huge. You'd be able to see it from miles away. So maybe this one's stretching. And this one here, I don't even know how to pronounce the name. I was going to look it up so I could pronounce it, and I forgot to. I really don't know. It's some kind of arrow. I'll just say that. It's an arrow. It's a personal weapon of Kali. Remember Kali? From Temple of Doom. So it goes back to Temple of Doom. I'll see Kali in hell. You know, Kali. It can be discharged. I wrote down little notes. It can be discharged from the mind, the eye, words, or even a bow. And it's one of 6 weapons. So maybe you could do this weapon. It's always good to have a weapon or something that might help take over the world. And how about the Staff of Kings? Now I heard that you can see this in Crystal Skull. I remember hearing that one time. I don't know if that's true. But Moses' staff. It was used to produce water from a rock, so we know it's got magical powers. It transformed into a snake and then back into a staff again. And Indy's afraid of snakes. So wouldn't that be something? He's got this staff. He's found it. He's running to get away from whoever the bad guys is. And it turns into a snake. That's hilarious right there. And, of course, it was used to part the Red Sea. And who knows? Maybe he's got a friend that's got red hair, and he's going to use it to part his hair. Wouldn't that be great? And here's one. Here's a controversial one I picked. Oh, no, it's not. I didn't even write that down. This one. I remember this. This wasn't on my notes. I meant to delete this picture because I took it off my notes. But this is the maze. I forget what it's called now because I wrote it down. So y'all let me know. We'll skip that one. The Ark of the Covenant. Now we saw it in the museum in Last Crusade. But hear me out. Let's say it gets stolen. Those were bad guys at that museum. They did leave that museum. I mean, we last saw that museum being around bad guys. Indy did break open the box. Maybe they saw it. Maybe they took it. And what a better way to end the Indiana Jones Harrison Ford era than an actual sequel to Raiders of the Lost Ark. I know it's hard. It's iffy. It's a gamble. But if they did it right, where Indy has to find the Ark, and not only does he want to find the Ark, but he ends up in a museum. It doesn't end up in a warehouse, doesn't end up by the government. It ends up in a museum, the way Indy always wanted. And then we got a fitting end to the Harrison Ford Indiana Jones era. Again. And the last one is probably one of the most famous. The Lost City of Atlantis. Now, of course, I think they've done a comic book on this and a game and some stuff. So it's been told. I don't really know how. I mean, if it's in the ocean, I don't know how good that would be. Get some Avengers of Indy in the ocean. I don't know. So I don't know how good this would be. And again, I don't know if you find it, who cares? I mean, if you find it, good, fortune and glory, I guess. But I can't see a life and death. Hey, we got to find it before the bad guys find it type thing right there. So that's a look at 10 items that I think Indy should go looking for after an Indy 5, or maybe some other ones. We'll check over the chat. Again, I'll see some super chats, and we'll see how's it going in here, and see what else we want to talk about. See what you guys are saying. Do you think Indy movie finds a time travel machine and he goes back? I hope he doesn't find a time travel machine. Oh God, no. I hope not. Was any of these in the Young Indy series? I'm not sure. Maybe. I can't remember anything in the Young series that he actually went after. But I think Ponce de Leon's talked about it, eh? Indy and the Golden Fleece of Grace. Garden of Eden. The Tree of Life. There's 2 good ones right there. Might be good. The Ark of the Covenant idea. Oh, he likes the Ark. He liked my Ark idea. Kind of like how he kept after the cross of... Yeah, the cross, he went back and found it years later. Maybe the Ark's missing again, and the government's got like, Indy, you got to help us. The Ark is missing. And in the 70s, maybe, the Vietnam War is going on or starting up, maybe when this movie does. And they say, hey, whoever, we're in the middle of a war here. We can't have, Russia or someone else that wants to see us lose the war, or worse. We got to get that art back. We got to get that art. And Indy says, I'll go get it, but I want it in a damn museum. So that'd be good. Indy goes to find some kind of relic. Oh, goes to the moon to find a I don't know. Indy on the... Don't give Lucas any. Lucas would do that. He would have him at, he have him at NASA somewhere on the first moon landing, and he gets aboard by accident on the Apollo by accident. I would see that. Indy needs to find a watch. Indy needs to find a watch, so he'll be on time. That's funny right there. That is funny. Indy finds what's my uncle's basement. Don't go down there. Dark Horse Comics out Indy and the city of... Yeah, I admit Dark Horse Comics did. I knew somebody did that. Dude, I think about Chewie is naked, rubbing his nuts all over the Falcon. Chewie have nuts? I don't know. Woo, dude's talking about Chewie's... No, man.
Kiss my grit!
That's what I say about that. Okay, so guys, well, we're ahead of time, man. We're about 30 minutes in. I got 30 minutes to go, and we already talked about the 10. We got a super chat from Brian. Always here to lend out support to the channel. Brian, it means a lot. Fountain of the Youth. And you can reboot with a... See, I was thinking that too. Reboot with a different actor, Fountain of Youth. Have him come young again. I don't know, man. Like I said, you got to get him back in the 1930s, man. You got to get him back in the 1930s, at least, or the mid and late 1920s. You got to get him in that Nazi time period where the Nazis are in power, and archaeology is really, really at its core. Like I said, I don't want to see Indiana Jones in the 80s, and the 70s, and the 90s. Get Indiana Jones back to the 30s. Maybe it's Fountain of Youth. Maybe he does get you. Maybe that zaps him back to the 30s. Maybe we get a recast Indiana Jones, but he's got the memories of all the Harrison Ford movies. I don't know. Indiana Jones and the search for Indiana Jones 5. There you go. For my Spaceball joke. I see what you're doing there. Taco Wednesday. It's not Taco Wednesday. It's Indy Wednesday, where we talk Indiana Jones. And so, but Brian has got a $5 super chat, and he gets a sound clip. Let's give him this one right here.
Dude, I can't wait to see this movie.
I know, it's so exciting. Anything could happen.
Yeah, anything. As long as they keep it exactly the same as it was in the first 3 movies and nothing changes at all.
I want surprises, but, only the ones I expect.
There you go. Sound like some people we know, don't it? Oh, thank you for that super chat, really, man. Who is thumbing down my shit? Thumbing down already. Okay, we're rocking 54. We're a little low tonight. Not much Indiana Jones love out there, right? Because once I do about a month of these, I'm gonna see which ones gets the axe. Indiana Jones doesn't get much love. He needs Australia this time. He needs to be in Australia. I like to see him go somewhere we hadn't really seen him go. I always want to see Indiana Jones at the pyramids. I mean, who wouldn't want to see that? That's always been like Indiana Jones movie. Get him in the pyramids. And he's always around Egypt or Cairo or somewhere out that way. But yeah, it'd be nice to see him somewhere out of his element. They hadn't really seen him yet. That's one thing I like about seeing him in New Mexico in the newer movie. Maybe you can send him down to South America or something. I think he went there in the last movie too. But it's always nice to see him somewhere else. Raw Solo says, get him in the pyramids for sure. Yeah, get it. Indy is right for the pyramids. I don't know why they never put him in the pyramid. Whoa, we got another super chat. I don't know why we never got Indy in the pyramids. Here you go. Phil's Place. Phil's Place. Which female from a prior movie should be back? Willie Scott. But now that Indy's married to Marion, I don't know. I guess Marion back. But I like Willie Scott. I know she gets a bad rep. She screamed all the time. Well, she's a pampered singer in the jungle. I don't understand what people wanted from Willie. That's how she would act. That's how the character would act. I mean, come on. She screams a lot. We didn't want just a Marion ripoff, right? I don't think. Do people want just a Marion ripoff again? That's why I like Willie, because she's not Marion. She's so different than Marion. That's what you want in a movie. But that's how it goes. People's like, I want something different. Then you give them something different. Oh, it's nothing like what I had before. Oh, and we got a lot of super chats. Okay, because the lady died in the Last Crusade, right? So I can't have her back. So I would have to go with Willie Scott. Either way, I would go with Willie Scott. But I guess with a married Marion, but I don't want Marion forced in there either. I don't want. She felt she didn't really have much to do in the last movie. If you're gonna bring her back, stop yelling, Willie. And what if she still yells when she's that? And what is Kate Capshaw? I haven't kept Kate. She's still married to Spielberg. So we gotta get a feel of random video here. Let's give him. Y'all are probably sick of these. You come every day. You're probably like, oh no, not the same old videos again. But here you go.
Charles, where does the joy come from? And I said, it comes from my blank, and it blanks from my blank.
Classic. And we got Kevin saying in the super chat, Junkman, cover your heart, Indy, cover your heart. That's right, cover your heart. Right there. Thank you for the super chat. It means a lot, really does.
Okay, Junkman, I know you're still watching. Hear it from me to you. Fuck off, okay? You're not welcome here.
And then we got Matt Dino with a super chat. Just $2, just send in a super chat. Didn't even have a question. Didn't tell me what he wanted Indy to go look after. Oh, it means a lot. Thank you so much.
I just hope Chunky's in it. He's so good at providing a whimsical comic relief that no one asked for.
Oopsa! We saw out of oxygens!
Okay, there's another little clip from Gumball for you. Thank you, Seth Fields. No, thank you. You just don't have to thank me. Burning, forget it. Burning 24, so forget it. Don't have my soundboard up. I can't play. Jumpman channel be popping though. Oh, Raw Solos is not of this. Mally, you don't want Mally playing Indiana Jones? I watched a video of yours that was 15 seconds old. Somebody already thumbed it. Oh, I've got somebody out there. Some of you jokers out there. One of you jokers, I can upload a video and they'll thumb it down before I even know they even watched it. And here's the thing. If you're the one that thumbs down the video, or you're the type that thumbs down the video, I'll tell you a secret. YouTube doesn't care. They see a thumb up and the thumb down as the same thing, interacting with the video. They don't care if you thumb it up. They don't care if it's got 1,000 down or 1,000 up. They're going to promote it because they're going to say this videos get interaction. So you're not hurting me when you thumb it down. You just thumb it down. I don't care. Because it shows YouTube, somebody watch it, they're interacting with the channel, like it or hate it, they're interacting. That's what YouTube loves. That's what YouTube pushes. If there's interactive going on, somebody's engaged in the video. That's what they like to see. If they're engaging, they're commenting, they're hitting like, they're sharing it. They like stuff like that. So whoever's thumbing me down, thank you. And he finds a way out of child support. How does he do it? Let me know, please. How about Blackbeard Pirate's Treasure? Ooh, I didn't think about that. A good pirate hunt. That would be good. Who said that? I missed your name. Marty B. That would be good. I like that. A good pirate hunt. I do like that. Where's all my red? We got a lot of new people in here. We got Darren Stevens, of course, is always here. We got Ralph's dad. It's good. But where's Ralph? I'm glad Ralph's dad made it, but I want to see Ralph. Indiana Jones and the Missing Link. That could be interesting. Michelle's here. Just Chris is here. Just Chris, nobody else. The Google Hammer is here. Why would anyone hate Junkman? Junkman was the top 5 YouTubers. I'm the hardest working toy-related YouTube channel on YouTube. You can count on it. Or maybe not. I don't know. I don't like saying I'm a YouTube toy channel, but I am a toy channel. So I guess, I don't know. Am I a toy channel? I always like, I'm not a toy channel. And then I do 90% of the videos are all toys. So, toy historian channel, maybe. I don't know. How about Indiana Jones and the Curse of Oak Island? Oh my God. He's gonna be. They'll do. I got caught in a hotel watching that, and I was like, they ain't never found nothing, did they? I gave up watching that shit. Joe Biden is younger than Harrison Ford. Whew, that puts it in a whole new light, doesn't it? Indiana Jones and the Treasure of the Count of Monte Cristo might be a good one right there. Jumpman, do you have PayPal? I want to donate you something, but I'm from Germany. Sure, just hit me up as well. Junkman at thatjunkman.com, my email address. But I think that works with my PayPal also. I appreciate it. If you want to help support the channel, it means a lot. So if you want to do that, go ahead. He's from Germany. I hope I didn't say anything bad about Germans while he was in here. Almighty Bob, Titanic would be kind of make sense. Could be some treasure, but I think Indy at this point in his life has passed that fortune and glory stage. Does he want to find gold? Does he want to... Well, here's the thing. Whatever Indy goes after, it doesn't really matter, does it? Because it's got to be something more to the story than the prize, right? Maybe he's... what if they found something that maybe his dad was trying to look for and never did find? That might be good. Something related to the Holy Grail. But, it's got to be something, well, I'm looking for this, but really on the way I'm finding something else. That's Indiana Jones. Looking for fortune and glory, finds a lot more than he's looking for. Raiders, of course. And I've talked about this before. Indiana Jones always loses, except for that cross. That cross he went back and get. He wanted the Ark. He got it. He was taken away, put it in a museum. Didn't get to go to his museum. He was put in a warehouse. The rocks. He wanted fortune and glory with those rocks. He found 2 of the 3. One of them was still missing, I guess. He found 2. One fell in the... Oh, he found all 3, didn't he? He found 3. 2 went into the river, and 1 went back to that old bald-headed man's cave. So he lost that. The beginning of the movie, the golden idol, gets it. Belloc takes it. Maybe that's a movie where he gets that back. Temple of Doom. He wants the diamond. Doesn't get it. Loses the diamond. We never see what happens to the diamond. Last Crusade. The cup of Christ. He loses it. Drops it in the hole. The cross that he gets at the beginning is taken away. And he does get it back. That's the only thing he gets back. That's the only thing he gets back in all the movies, right? The cross that he goes after when he's a little older. Other than that, anything Indiana Jones gets is taken away. Hell, he even loses the women he loves. He loses Willie. He loses Marion in the first one somehow. His girlfriend dies in the third one. Or I guess his girlfriend or the girl he's interested in. So, whatever Indy goes after, he always loses it.
Huh? All right, fellas, and away we go.
Funny, but
I just get
here's
something
that rainy day.
Okay, that's my go-to one. I want to wet my whistle. Gotta wet my whistle, wet my whistle. What's tomorrow? Thursday's live stream. What the hell is Thursday's live stream? I don't know, but we'll be back at 7, and then we'll be back in the morning also for pop culture. But what is Thursday's live stream so I can tease it? I don't know. I still say the Rolling Rock came from Roadrunner cartoons. Well, I think they actually... One of those old, it might have came from there also. I think there's an old serial movie from the 1950s or something, one of those little 15-minute serial movies that Lucas and Spielberg loved, that has that scene, that has a scene of a boulder like that. If I'm correct, I could be wrong, but I think that is in one of those older 1950s serial movies. Indiana Jones and his search for Kennedy's dignity. Oh, fire Kathleen Kennedy. Kathleen Kennedy ruined Star Wars. First it was, George Lucas raped my childhood. George Lucas ruined Star Wars. Now, it's always good to blame somebody, I guess. Indiana Jones and the search for the missing action figure weapon. That's a mission I would go. That's a search right there, buddy. Raw Solo says, Trek. Raw Solo, what are you talking? Oh, Trek. Oh! He's helping me out, Raw Solo. I'm going to give him a hard time. He's helping me out. Tomorrow is Star Trek Thursday. I'm trying to get Captain Foley from Trek Yards on here to do something. Star Trek tomorrow night. I forgot about that. Thank you, Star Trek. Oh, I don't know what to say. Probably do some Playmates related. I love the Playmates line. Indiana Jones versus Superman. Then they can shoot the sequel and make 2 movies out of the same footage. Is that a Snyder joke right there? I have not seen. Every time I see clips from that Snyder cut, to me it looks like a video game. I just can't get into it. That's the thing about the MCU. They look good when I see the trailer, and then I go see them, and I'm like, I can't get into this. I just can't get it. I gave up on it. Can't get into it. Indiana Jones, the search for Doomcock's face. You should have said Doomcock's cock. That would have been good. Indiana Jones versus the Gorn. That's what we want. Indiana Jones versus the Gorn. Indiana Jones finds Short Round and Mudd are married. That's diversity right there. That's what we need. Indiana Jones versus the Predator. Man, y'all moved on to verses instead of looking for things. I love it. The MCU is great. Daniel, again, I got a friend that loves it. And I watched the trailers, and I see him hyped for it, and I was like, man, I wish I could get into it. And I've watched it over, and went to see the Avengers, and I went to see them. I just can't get into it. I wish I could, but I can't. Samantha Sledge, the Sledgehammer herself, has sent in a super chat. Stop the presses. Samantha Sledge, or AKA the Sledgehammer, has sent in a super chat. Thank you so much. Indiana Jones versus Predator would be sick. And it would be sick. Throw in an alien. As long as we're there, right? Samantha Sledge, thank you so much. What do we want to give her? I don't think I played this one yet. If I have, well, let me know.
I just hope Chunky's in it. He's so good at providing the whimsical comic relief that no one asks for.
Yes, I did play that one.
If we see it before anybody else, think of all the power we'll have at school. The power to spoil or not to spoil. Soon,
I played that one. Sorry, Samantha.
Sorry,
I think
Ryan
I played
Johnson
most. I think I
haters.
played those.
It's
Okay,
still on,
okay, Samantha.
so-
Sorry, Samantha. I'm gonna give you one I hadn't played. I think I played all the gumbo ones. Let's see what we can give Samantha for sending that super chat right there. She doesn't deserve a Samsung. Let's see. She don't want to see. That one's been used too much. What can we give her? Oh, what the hell? We'll just give her a classic. Here you go, Samantha. Sledge on.
You know what old Jack Burton always says at a time like this?
Who?
Jack Burton. Me.
And there we have it. There we have it. There we have it. Indiana Jones and Jack Burton together in the search for Big Trouble in Little China. There we go. I figured it out. Wouldn't you love to see Kirk Russell teaming up with Harrison Ford? Be honest with you. Jack Burton and Indiana Jones for one final adventure. Oh, what the hell. Maybe we'll throw in Alan Quartermain in there too. That's what we want, though. I figured it out. That's what I want right there. Or how about this? Tom Selleck as Indiana Jones' brother. I know you say, well, he didn't have a brother in the original movies. Just because he doesn't mention him doesn't mean he doesn't have one. Maybe it just never came up in the scenes we saw. So, Tom Selleck, you know he was going to play Indiana Jones? Bring him back as Indiana Jones. I don't want a lost brother. Don't give me his lost brother or anything. Just give him his brother. Maybe he's out doing his own adventures all the time. Or some reason, we haven't seen him or heard him, maybe. We don't know if he had any brothers or sisters. Just because he didn't talk about them don't mean anything. Yeah, Dominic says Indiana Jones versus Jack Burton. No, not versus. They got to team up together. Will the Uncharted movie come out before Indiana 5? I don't really know, but probably so. I'll be surprised if we see Indiana 5, to be honest with you. Hopefully. So Steven Spielberg ruined Jurassic Park. He let it... I don't know why he kept making those, but I guess he did. The sequels got carried away. Same thing happened to Jaws. I'm glad he put a tight leash around E.T. and maybe Close Encounters. I'm surprised they didn't ruin E.T. with a bunch of sequels and everything. I'm really surprised there. Why isn't, Samantha Sledge is in the house again. Sledgehammering in the chat with another super chat. And I don't have the little icon that goes and shows a zombie when you do it. Sorry about that. I don't know where that is. Indiana Jones and the Strange Man in Carbonite. I love it. Now, that one I love right there. Maybe he finds Han frozen in carbonite somewhere in some jungle or in the pyramids. There you go. In the pyramids. So let's give Samantha another random video. Did I do all the gummy? Did I do all 5 of the gummy ones? Here you go, Samantha. This is for you.
Song about Jelly Man Kelly. He loves jelly the most. Papa most of all. Jelly Man Kelly loves jelly on toast.
Oh, how can you not? Can anyone not sing that song? And look at those damn kids, don't they? Look at those damn 70. Where's it at? Look at those damn 70 kids. Look at them. Look at that boy in the striped shirt. He's like, when did I get the hell out of here? They told me there'd be free donuts. I don't see any free donuts. All I see is a damn fool singing to me. Oh, James Taylor, man. Jelly Man Kelly loved jelly the most, but most of all, he loved jelly on his toast. That's right. That's going out to you, Samantha the Sledgehammer, for sending in another super chat means. Remember Sledgehammer, the TV show? Somebody asked. Star British SB1. Yes, I do. Really good show. I haven't seen that in years. Buckaroo Banzai. That's another good one. Somebody mentioned that right now. Indiana Jones versus Big Bird. Man, y'all just getting damn silly now. Indiana Jones. Why is Indiana Jones versing everybody? Why don't Indiana Jones searches for Big Bird's turd? Big Bird lays a gold turd every 6 years, and it's hidden. He must find it. My name is Sledgehammer now. Yes, Samantha the Sledgehammer. That is your name. Samantha the Sledgehammer. Maybe it's a good wrestling name. Samantha the Sledgehammer. Yes, Hammer. Indiana Jones and the search for the Ewok Forest haircut. I get that one. That's a good reference there. You've been watching the channel. Indiana Jones. Oh, great idea for the Excalibur. Yeah, I was making my list and Excalibur came up. I was gonna put Excalibur on my list. Who said that? I don't know. Indiana Jones and the reclaiming of Excalibur, the sword. That might be. Is that also the sword in the stone? Is that the one that's like in a stone? You had to pull it out. Now I saw a lot when I was searching, trying to think of look for. I saw a lot of people saying Thor's hammer. Okay. Do Thor's hammer, but not that MCU Thor. If you're gonna do it, please don't bring Indiana Jones into the MCU. And that's another thing. Disney's gonna have Indiana Jones now, right? And it's gonna be weird without that Paramount logo. Man. Hey, Jumpman, sorry I'm late. I loved the Crystal Skull, and my mom too. We seen it at the movies. Star Wars Agent. Nothing wrong with it. I like Crystal Skull. I don't love Crystal Skull. It's a bad Indiana Jones movie, but it's an okay movie. I can watch it. I actually really enjoyed the first half of it. I really do like the first half of that movie. Just falls apart with the CGI monkeys and all the just once they get kidnapped and just. But it's okay. It gets overly bashed. It's not the worst movie. I mean, people act like it's horrible. Like Daryl says, it blows. I give you that. I mean, it's not. You can watch it. You know, it's not The Room bad. It's not the worst thing ever. You can watch it like the Sledgehammer here says she likes it. You can lie. I like it. You know, there's a lot of good stuff. There's some good dialogue. There's some stuff I really like. Too much CGI. Yeah, you can thank Lucas for that. Yeah, I can get it. What about Bruce Campbell teaming up? I would love to see Bruce Campbell. Especially in their younger days. Bruce Campbell, that would be a good one. Indiana Jones in the search for the mint on card yak face. That's what we need. That's what we need. Oh, turning the freaking frogs gay. Oh, sorry. Thought I was Alex Jones there for a minute. It was Indiana Jones. Oh, sorry about that. Gotta calm down. Oh. In the Crystal Skull wasn't great. And there's one missed opportunity in that movie that I hate. And every time I watch it, my mind says it. They're on top of that mountain thing. They're relaxing. Shia LaBeouf, Mutt's walking off. I hate that now. I don't know what they call him. Mutt. Walking off. And Indy calls it. And he says, "Hey, Junior." And Mutt turns around and just talks to him. I was like, why didn't Mutt say, "Don't call me Junior"? Why? It was like they set that up and they just skipped right over it. Oh, send you $10 over PayPal supporting the channel. Thank you. That means a lot. Really. PayPal, thanks a lot. It means a lot. And it means that YouTube's not taking 30%. Like they do with the snaps. Come on, YouTube. I know you give me a space to talk. You upload it. You host it. But 30%? Come on.
Dude, I can't wait to see this movie.
I know, it's so exciting. Anything could happen.
Yeah, anything. As long as they keep it exactly the same as it was in the first 3 movies and nothing changes at all.
I want surprises, but, only the ones I expect.
I love being a princess. It's fun to dress up and wear the crown and all that, but what I really want to be is the elephant!
Okay, sorry. I just had to stop talking there for a second. Why does everyone hate Temple of Doom? I don't know. Because they won't give it a chance. They say it's no Nazis in it. Go back. This is why people hate Temple of Doom, right here.
Dude, I can't wait to see this movie.
I know, it's so exciting. Anything could happen.
Yeah, anything. As long as they keep it exactly the same as it was in the first 3 movies and nothing changes at all.
That's why they hate Temple of Doom, a lot of people. Not everybody, but it's like, it don't have Nazis in it. It's not going after a real artifact. Temple of Doom is different. Okay, Last Crusade love Last Crusade, but it's a lot like Raiders. It's a lot of the same formula. If you say The Force Awakens is a remake of A New Hope, then you have to apply that same rule of logic to The Last Crusade and Raiders. It's basically almost the same beats. That's why I say with The Force Awakens, I don't think it's a remake. It's just got some of the same beats. But Temple of Doom went a whole different direction. They took out the Nazis, made it darker. Marion and Willie are completely different characters. You got a Short Round like nothing you had in the Raiders. It was just totally different. I don't know why people don't like Raiders. To me, I like Raiders more than Last Crusade. I love Raiders. Indiana Jones and the Search for Godzilla's Poop. That would be a 2-part movie right there. The Force Awakens is a reboot? No. A reboot means it's the same exact story. Reimagining? Retelling? Maybe. But what happened? Last Crusade and Raiders, what? Starts with a little adventure that has nothing to do with the movie. Has Nazis. Has snakes versus snakes and rats. Same thing. It has a lot of the same elements. Indiana Jones Goes to White Castle. That might be a good one. Samantha says it was a prequel. Yeah, Temple of Doom was a prequel. Yes, it was. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people missed that. I don't know why. But it was. And Jones and the Curse of the Werewolf. That's just Lucas was still involved right there. You know, he wanted to do Lucas wanted to do a haunted mansion, Indiana Jones. Like Indiana Jones at a haunted mansion. Lucas. Raiders was by far the best. Oh, Raiders, yeah, who said that? Matt Neve? Matt, Raiders was by far the best film. Indiana Jones and a lost COVID vaccine. That's a good one. Raiders is almost a, I ain't gonna say, Raiders is a perfect movie. One of those few perfect movies. I mean, I don't know anyone that couldn't love Raiders. Raiders is great. Indiana Jones and the Search for Spaceballs 2. Somebody's been listening to my Spaceballs 3 joke. Indiana Jones finds xenophobia. What are they? Alien. I always say it wrong. I'm not even going to try. Indiana Jones finds a snack in his boot. I think you mean... Oh my God, the sledgehammer is killing the chat. I got to get a special one for people like her. Indiana Jones versus Jane Pond. Why are they always versing? Why are they teaming up? Man, Samantha the Sledgehammer is at it again, slamming that super chat. Let me give her... Whew, I know it says it's random, but I've got to give her something. Trying to find something that's not so that I haven't done 1,000 times. I've done that. That was too short. You deserve more than something really short here. Oh well, I'm going to have to go back to the well here. I know some of you guys will appreciate this one.
This is like my show where I like talk to people who are pretty cool and will like talk about things I think are pretty cool. And yeah, it's pretty cool.
I got to get some new clips. But y'all told me this morning, make sure I don't get rid of that one. I got to get some more clips in here. Indiana Jones meets Chewbacca.
Son of a bitch.
That was perfect. I had to go with that. Short Round and the Search for Indiana Jones. There we go. Short Round's back looking for short. Maybe we get to find out why Short Round, Indiana Jones and the Search, but why Short Round is short. He's not short. He's not round. Why do they call him that? How about the search for Short Round's parents? If we're going that far out. Ohio Jones is the mighty Bob. Okay, I'm going to tell you something. This is private. It stays in the chat. This stays in the live stream. Okay, guys, stays in the live stream. When I was a kid, I would play Indiana Jones. Well, Harrison Ford was Indiana Jones, so I came up with my own character. His cousin, Mississippi Jones. I think it was a good name, but yeah, I did come up with I was like, I'm Mississippi Jones. Had the hat, but I had a Hawaiian shirt like Magnum P.I. I don't know why. And I had a machete because I just saw Temple of Doom, and I would call myself Mississippi Jones. They'd be like, hey, what are you doing over there, you stupid junk kid? Are you playing like you're Indiana Jones? I was like, no, I'm his cousin, Mississippi Jones. And I had this whole thing in my head where it really wasn't his brother, but he told people he was Indiana Jones' brother, but he really wasn't. And, Indiana Jones didn't really know who he was, but he would always do like these lesser adventures and tell people, oh, like my brother used to say, and quote, I had a whole thing in my head, had a whole story in my head. I don't know why. I was probably like 10 years old. Okay. Kevin sends out a super chat. Kevin, and the best name ever, Indiana Jones versus Samantha Sledge. I don't know if Harrison Ford can take on the sledgehammer. That's just asking too much. But let me give you a video here. I can't play that. Well, I can't play. I'm going to play it anyway. I'm going to cut it off early. Here you go, Kevin.
I'll be your long-haired lover from Liverpool. You'll be my sunshine baby.
Take that, you Morbins. I'll give you another one since that one was really short.
Sorry, Virginia. There ain't no Santa Claus.
There you go. There you go. Whenever I do the long hair lover from Liverpool, the Osmond family wants their money for the whole video. They want the money for the whole hour because I played one little clip of some little fat Osmond kid telling me that he's a long hair lover. He's about 11 and he's singing about being a long hair lover. And he don't even have long hair. Oh. Indiana Jones, Indiana, Mississippi Jones, go to space. There we go. Need to team up with Mississippi Jones. Need to bring him back. I need to bring that character back for the show. Mississippi Jones. Short Round was not an Asian stereotype. No, I don't think he was either. I mean, maybe he has some, people get mad about stereotypes, but there's some stereotypes that are true. Not all stereotypes are bad. What's up, Jumpman? Finally get to sit on your live stream. Well, Shelby Comics, I'm glad you're here, but we only got 3 more minutes. I hope you just didn't come in and you missed all the good stuff. Love your stuff, my man. Love your stuff. Thank you so much, Shelby Comics. Means a lot to me. We've got Indiana Jones meets the Red Baron. The pizza. Indiana Jones eats the pizza. No, the Red Baron from the biplanes. That might be good right there. I don't really know what the Red Baron. I know who the Red Baron is. Don't really know what he did other than shoot down some planes. Movie Space Camp. Indiana Smith. We got Indiana Smith in the room. The original name for Indiana Jones was going to be Indiana Smith. And he writes Indiana Jones versus Forgotten Jones. There you go. I see what you did there with the trick name and everything. Jones and the quest for the original Star Wars edit. Y'all are just getting crazy over here now. Y'all are getting crazy. Indiana Jones versus Predator. Shelby, you said you came in late. We've talked about that a couple times already. But it is still a damn fine plan for a movie. Great time tonight, Junkman. Thanks, Aaron. Thank you for coming to the channel. Make sure you share the channel. Tell everybody about the Junkman channel. Don't forget the live stream replay in case you missed it or rewatch it. It's going over to the live Junk channel. And I need y'all to go to that channel. Watch everything over there. Don't just put it on play and leave the room. Put it on autoplay. Because I got to build up my watch time minutes. I'm at like 800 and I got to get it to 4,000 so I add clips on it. Then I'm going to move all the live streams. I'm going to have 2 separate channels. That way it's not confusing and people can find it. But I got to get ads first so I can make that 75 cents. Okay, Indiana Jones finds his dog. Just Chris says, thanks, Junkman. You are welcome, Just Chris. Sophie. Well, we got 2 Sophies in the house. Oh, that's it. Oh, no, we don't. We got Shelby. I cannot win. Sorry about that. I mean, I cannot read. So I can't even talk. We got Sophie says, word up, homie, Junkman for life. Mad love. Giving the props to Indiana Jones right there. Sophie, you are right. Indiana Jones in the face on Mars. How about this one? Face on Mars. Took me a second there. Indiana Jones, Eastbound and Down. He takes over the snowman part and they reboot. They reboot Indiana Jones and Smokey and the Bandit. And Chris Pratt can play the Bandit. Indiana Jones can be recast by Brie Larson, and they reboot him into one movie. How's that sound? He met the Red Baron in the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles. I did not know that. That's pretty cool. All right. Always fun, Jumpman. Pretty cool. It is pretty darn cool.
Yeah. Sorry, Ryan Johnson haters. It's still on, says Star Wars Junkman. Star Wars Junkman. Star Wars punk ass.
That's me, Star Wars punk ass. Parcell as the Bandit, the guy that played the Mandalorian as the Bandit. That'd be pretty good. And yeah, I can see him. If they're not, 20 years ago, I would say get Jason Lee, but yeah, I can see that. Indiana Jones versus the car. Another throwback to my video. I like that right there. I'm gonna give you something. You didn't send any. You're gonna get this just for that.
Fighting the Frizzies at 11.
There you go. That's what you deserve for that throwback to video. Don't forget, we got a video up today. Check it out, the 5 o'clock video. If you didn't see it, check it out. 10 toys that cancel culture got banned. They either pulled from the stores or just pulled all together. But that is, looks like we're about out of time, guys. Let's go back over the room again. Make sure I didn't miss anything. We got Samantha the Sledgehammer is crushing it. Brie Larson is hot. She's not a bad looking. She's not bad on the eyes. Robert Long, we got Almighty Bob always in the house. We got Joe over here giving thanks, and he's always fighting those frizzies. We got Star Wars Agent in here causing all the trouble like he always is. We got Sophie hanging out in the house. We got Just Chris being just himself. We got Robert Long all night long. Robert Long is all night long. We got Doug. We got Raw solo. He's been pounding that solo so much he's done gone raw. We got Brian Rackle the Backle in here. I don't know what that is. That's horrible. That's the only thing that's coming at the top of my head. We've got Indiana Smith right there. At least he didn't make his name Mississippi Jones. That's mine. I'm going to don't take it. We got Kevin. We got I said Shelby's Comics is in the house. We got Daryl's always here, of course. We got them. I read that one. I read Aaron. We read that one. Robert Lona, Joe. All these. I think I read about everybody I could find in the room really quick. Sorry if I missed you, but we're at 1 hour and 1 minute. You got some overtime love from the junk man today. So let's go get out of here. Indy's going to take us out and call you a son of a bitch. And I will see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. for Pop Culture in the morning at 5 o'clock with a daily video. And back tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern with Star Trek Talk. You know, no Discovery Talk. Real Star Trek Talk. See you then, guys.
Son of a bitch. I'm afraid. And a smile that lights up the night, and it all belongs to Kid Dynamite!
Huh? All right, fellas, and away we go.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.